Hello Gemini and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is a weekly reading for you for the third week of July 2020, and it's just a general reading to see what's on the cards for you. But before we dive into the tarot, we need to consult the oracle. So let's see what the mysterious oracle has to say to you, Gemini, for the third week of July 2020. What messages does the oracle have for Gemini for the third week of July 2020? What messages does the oracle have for Gemini for the third week of July 2020? Oops. Let's just see where we go. I'll just do a 3-card spread to start off with, and let's see what we have. Healing, intuition, and water. Okay. Healing, little birdie. Oh, that is a jewel in his mouth, not blood. These are so cute. So you have some healing to do. He's healing a broken wing. Perhaps someone has hurt you and you need to heal from that, but healing your broken wing. Then you've got intuition, using your intuitive side to solve problems with. And then you've got water. Perhaps you need a drink of water. No. Water is actually a very healing and cleansing thing. I think for some of you, may indicate that you might even get to travel across the water after all this time of restricted movement. But let's say going with the flow, maybe even making waves. Water is, how it's the fluidity of water may be implying their adaptability and new growth emerging from that adaptability, and perhaps using that adaptability to help heal. And of course, tapping into your intuition. It looks like quite an interesting week. Let's see what the rest of the cards say. So let's see. What messages are there for Gemini for the third week of July 2020? What messages are there for Gemini for the third week of July? Oh, not yet, 2020. Okay. What messages are there? Right, so we'll just start then. Cards are jumping out. Let's move you down a wee bit. So you've got the High Priestess. There, intuition. You've got the High Priestess, the 10 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands, where you are. Indecision. Well, not indecision, but there is a decision to be made in order to make progress. You are carrying a heavy load on your back, working towards something, and hidden knowledge may be coming to you, but it's certainly a time for you to tap into your intuition. Let's see why. You have what brought you here, the 4 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. Your challenge, or your challenges, Page of Swords, 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Your advice from Spirit, 8 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the 3 of Cups. And your outcome is 6 of Wands, the Lovers, and the Magician. It's a very nice outcome. And then you have beneath the deck is the Devil card. Yes, the Devil card, which shows, you know, you may be facing something that is not as it seemed initially. This is a card about this is elderberries, and there's a plant, I can't remember the name because I can't remember, but there's a plant that's similar, looks very much like the elderberry, but it's not. It's this plant with its spiny branches, and so the idea of using it like that is that, you know, what you may see something that seems to be something that offers a lot of bounty, or that is very alluring and that you go for it, but it's not what you thought it was, and you may be hurt. So therefore, going carefully, using your intuition, letting your deeper senses guide you so that you are not fooled into an illusion. But going forward with your reading, let's say, right, as I said, you've sort of been carrying a heavy load, you've been working towards something with strength, with resilience, and it's been a heavy load you've been bearing, or you are bearing. And you're perhaps now reaching a point of where you can progress this forward to an easier load, to an easier time, with possibilities opening up to you, basically. From a secure point, you sort of like observing this possibility, and there is a decision to be made. Do you take that branch, or do you take that branch of the river? Some time for reflection. I get the sense that what's driving you at this point in your time, in your life, is a desire to create a harmonious and compatible partnership. And for some of you that may be, a romantic partnership, but for some of you, you may be wanting to just find a compatible work position, something that brings you great joy, that brings you a sense of balance and harmony. For too long, it feels you've been sort of in a state of stasis, really, not getting out much, sort of hiding in your shell a bit, perhaps needing the time to reflect on what you want, your heart's desire. You've then now received or found a spark of inspiration that you want to move towards, and that is involving moving towards something that's harmonious and long-lasting and compatible for you. But then your challenges are an indecision of which way to actually go, which is, repeats this card, but more profoundly so. You're not sure what's an illusion. There's your Devil card again. Not sure what's real, what's not real, which option can provide the stability and security you're looking for. Perhaps they all seem alluring in their own way. It's just not knowing what is a substantial path or offer to go for, to follow. Page of Swords. Again, that brings me back to your Devil card at the bottom of your deck. It's trying to find the truth, trying to find which one, cutting to the truth of which one is the option to go for. And you've got the Nine of Cups showing your goal to feel that joyful sense of accomplishment when you have achieved something that you've worked hard at, something that brings you great joy. So there's your challenge, cutting through to find the truth about what various options or possibilities you've been thinking of or may be presented to you. If you're very lucky, most of us are at this stage just thinking and weighing up different options of which paths to follow, and trying to hold on to this idea that you can get to a point where you have a sense of accomplishment and joyful sense of ease, of having reached a point where you can just relax and enjoy for a while. So what do the spirit guides advise? There's a suggestion that you may do well by looking into further skills, gaining further skills, and studying perhaps brings you to that. But the Eight of Pentacles is your journeyman card, so that's about perfecting skills, remaining focused on a goal and on a task, and really putting your energies and your focus into doing it precisely and doing it well. The Hanged Man suggests looking at your options or your possibilities from a different angle, not making a decision and moving things forward immediately in haste, but taking your time and possibly stepping back and gaining a new perspective on it, seeing things from a different angle. And the Three of Cups suggests harmonious. Perhaps it suggests, it's about being harmonious interactions and harmonious celebrations among friends. I mean, first glance you think, oh, let's all go to the pub. It's that sort of card. But as an advice, Spirit's not going to tell you to just go and have a drink at the pub with your friends. It's more about, I think, pulling in resources and communicating with your friends, perhaps, or people you trust and love, and working through your decision making with them to some extent, and perhaps also for some of you it may indicate a need to take some rest and recreation time to just enjoy where you are now, rather than constantly trying to move forward. Because if you're carrying a heavy load, you may well need to put it down from time to time and take a break. With taking a break, you might get that new perspective. You need that inspirational new perspective. And, again, doing things precisely is taking time to do them right. Your outcome row then, moving onwards, it shows a wonderful outcome. I get a sense that if you're burdened at the moment, you are going to come through, and all this effort, all this hard work is going to be recognized. You'll be victorious, and not only will you have accomplished what you set out to accomplish right in the beginning, in your first row, the spark, the idea, the Ace of Wands, and through where you are working steadily, progressing, carrying this heavy load, you will reach a point of success, having reached your goal, having claimed a sense of accomplishment, but also your efforts will be recognized, your efforts will be acknowledged and celebrated with those who with those around you who are supportive. It also shows perhaps from this success comes a partnership. You have the Lover's card, which shows a partnership, but one that enables individual growth. So it's a very healthy partnership. And the bottom of the card, there's rose quartz there, which shows it's compassion, love, supportiveness, and although united and moving in synchronization, in harmony, which is what you're looking for, there will also be each individual's two opposites, two different units or people who have come together in harmony, and the supportiveness of their unity enables them to grow in their own directions. And then, of course, the Magician card shows a sense of coming into your own, having the ability to manifest what you've set out to bring about. So you have a very good outcome in the end, Gemini. It just seems that you are carrying a heavy load at the moment. There's a choice of, or perhaps many possibilities. There's some indecision in here, that's the energies I get from here, and the guidance is to use your intuition and to perhaps to some extent go with the flow, but certainly I feel that whatever decision you make will be the right one, and you will be reaching a point of success and unity and manifestation, and it's all looking very positive. And I feel that this healing card you got right at the beginning is probably what started you off from your journey in the beginning. It feels to me that there's, for many of you, you've come through a difficult patch, and you are now healing those broken wings and ready to fly once again. So Gemini, that is your reading for the third week of July. I hope that it resonated with you and that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please remember to hit the like button. Have a good week, and God bless you till we meet again.